Hi, I'm Anthony Leonardi. I lead our advanced platform specialist team at Pega. Every week I go to this page, the What's New in Blueprint documentation, and I see what's been released, and then I play around with it, and I thought it might be fun to just kind of do it together. So let's check it out. I see that there are two main features, right? So one is this user reference field, so it's a new field type. And I can add it to the case and data model objects. Okay. And it says it's specific to personas, so we'll experiment with that a little bit. All right, cool. And then the second one is a create case. Oh, good. So when I do a create case step, I can choose the subcase. Let's play around with that one too. All right, let's go back over to Blueprint and check this stuff out. So here I've got my hi-fi blueprint. It looks pretty good. Let's see what it's like to create a user field. So this is an application intake. So we'll create one for the hiring manager, right? So like, so hiring manager field type is going to be user reference. Okay. This is going to be the hiring manager for the outstanding job specification. This will be a primary field for sure. That's good that we can mark it. It'll be user input, and I'll click save. And where'd that go? Down here. So I'm going to move this up so that in my summary view, I see it. So let's do that. Let's click preview and see what happens. So I see hiring manager undefined. Okay. Name undefined. Let's see, maybe if you update the description, names should be things like Mike, or Mike, or Shannon, or Jake, or Jen. Save. Let's see if that gets a better preview. Here we go, hiring manager, John Doe. So that worked. I see a phone number, email. Cool. And I can still see, I can preview, whoops, I can preview that. All right, so that worked. So it also said I could add it to data objects. Let's see what we've got here. Do we have any in the workflow that we want to use? So use reference position. So position, all right. So this probably wouldn't work this, well, actually it might. So let's open position and add the hiring manager field there. So do we already have one? Position ID, employment type, reporting manager. Yep, so let's see if we can edit that to a user reference. All right, names like Joe or Jen or Shannon or Jake. J names are just in my brain right now. I'll mark this as primary, save. All right, so now we go back. That was position, right? So let's make sure that that field is primary. It is, and now when I go to preview, see position, I can preview that. And job title, false, details. Manager, Jane Smith. Did I not mark it as preview? Otherwise, that might be a bug. Reporting manager, yeah. Looks like that might be a bug. Okay, just double check one more time. Position, preview. Yeah, it's not there. All right, cool. So we found a bug, but this works really well. So it did mention something about personas. So let's go over to personas and see if there's anything enhanced here. So let's say we've got the manager. So it's not there. Let's do the edit details or settings, data access. All right, it doesn't look like we can hook the user fields into the personas yet, so that's good to know. All right, let's move on to creating a subcase, right? So I know that this one has a subcase for, onboarding the new hire, so initiate onboarding here, and here we go. So this is create case. It was already in my flow, so I don't have a subcase selected, so I'm gonna go ahead and do employee onboarding and click save. And then let's see if, is there any place that shows? Yeah, so settings, so case hierarchy. Aha, it already automatically adds it as, well, actually, so let's do this. Let's remove that, make sure that I didn't already have that in there. See what happens now when I do that. Okay. I'm just trying to see if those impact each other. So when I remove it as a subcase, it doesn't update this. But if I add it here, employee on, where'd it go? Oh, there it is, employee onboarding. Now let's see. So let's go to settings, case hierarchy. It didn't add it. Okay. So just remember, we have to add it in both places. That's interesting to see. I wonder when we import how that'll work. I don't have import set up right now, but those are the two features. I think they work pretty well. Seems like there's some enhancements and a bug, but pretty good. Thanks. Hey, I just realized I forgot to test the user reference field in embedded data. So let's try that real quick. So we've got a candidate. Let's say for the sake of doing this, the candidate has a user in the system, right? Maybe it's an internal referral. So let's go to edit. We want to add a field. So candidate user, call it user. Okay, great. So we can add a user reference. So user for the candidate, internal referrals only. We'll say this is user input, save, candidate user, save. Okay. And now let's make sure that the candidate field shows up somewhere. So let's say gather candidate information. Are they in here? Candidate, perfect. So when I go to preview on the first step, I should see a new user, candidate user. There it is. I don't see any, there's no values here. I'm clicking like crazy, nothing's coming up. So maybe I need a better description for candidate. So let's go here, edit. Let's put it here. First one, names like Jake and Jane and Shannon and Jeff and John. I'm out of J's. Save. Preview. No, it's not working. Okay, well, you can do it on embedded data. It looks like the preview has something going on, and that's it. Sorry, I missed that in the first go.